Internships are really important for students who are interested in banking. For investment banking roles, most of the investment banks, this is mid-tier through bulge bracket, begin their hiring for internships in a sophomore year. In almost all cases, you must intern for that same firm if you're going to have an opportunity to work full-time. That is definitely the case in investment banking and is more likely the case also in commercial banking, although not a given. Very commonly, investment banks are already being introduced and tracking students as freshmen so that they can identify who they want to interact with as sophomores. So for students who are interested in investment banking or corporate banking roles with large global financial firms, you really need to get this figured out when you're freshmen, and the absolute latest is the early part of your sophomore year. Internships at the major financial firms are very competitive. On average, there's probably 50 to 100 applications for any one. For the most prestigious firms, it's 1,000 to 1. The hiring process works. First round is through artificial intelligence and an algorithm. All of these firms have put together a computer that's going to scan your resume, your cover letter, and it's looking for specific words to keep you in, and it's also going to kick you out if it sees certain words. So it's really important that students understand how cover letters and how resumes need to be written and what's being looked for. Beyond that, you can get into the second round. The second round then is a screening call, typically with an interviewer, and that will lead you to some kind of a super day, assuming you continue to advance. All firms today, diversity initiative is very, very important. And so people who, females, African Americans, Latinos, LGBT, vets, anything other than white males has an advantage. And many of the firms are committed to have 50% of their incoming undergraduate talent fall into the diversity initiative. All of them, again mid-size and higher, now have diversity initiatives that play out by making available somewhere between 1 day, 2 day, maybe as much as 5 days to come into these firms and get to know who they are. And typically 1/3 of the internship positions are going to be awarded to students who take up this opportunity and these diversity initiatives as sophomores. 1/3 of the open positions are already gone to the people who are in the diversity initiative. So it's critically important that students understand that. Financial services is a very competitive field, yet financial services is also very different. So job opportunities in commercial banking or investment banking look very different than job opportunities in asset management and wealth management or working in the insurance sector. Each one of these segments and even sub-segments have their own timetables, their own qualities and traits and characteristics and work experience that they're looking for. And so I hope that students begin much earlier to understand the importance of determining what it is that they want to do so they can take the right courses and make sure that they fit the industry recruiting timetables, which is a very different timetable than what the graduation requirements are at a university.